Yes, the best place to sleep. Definitely the best. Hello fellow readers and readeresses. Today, we are making a dream of mine come true. We are unboxing a very special edition of what could be considered my favorite book. I've been dreaming of owning this edition ever since the author announced it back in June 2020. Unfortunately, at the time, I wasn't able to afford it, so I bid my time and saved up my money, and here we are, 2 years later. I was able to order and receive the book of all books. Today, I hold in my hands the leather-bound edition of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Or at least I hope I do, God knows what's in here. And oh boy, it was not easy. The journey this book had to take and the obstacles I needed to tackle in order to get it are only comparable to the Odyssey. Let me tell you, living in the EU and trying to import a book from the US as a private citizen, I was treated as though I was trying to import a baby unicorn made of gamma rays. I have exchanged exactly 17 emails, as well as at least 6 phone calls, that is in the span of over a month, in order to get customs to release it. At one point, I was asked how it was possible for a book to weigh 4.5 kilos. That is about 9 pounds in witchcraft measurements. At which point, I had to write a lengthy explanation on paper like it's prehistoric times, detailing what the book is, what is it made of, and how big it is exactly. The whole time I felt like I was negotiating to free a hostage. And if it wasn't for the kind help of the Dragonsteel team, I probably wouldn't have managed. But all this is in the past now. Let's see what my blood, sweat, and swears have got me. This is Eastern Europe. We shed no tears here. Alrighty. Jeez. It is the book. Okay, so it's very well packaged. I hope you didn't manage to see my address. So it comes in a bunch of bubble wrap. Ta-da! Okay, so of course here's a warning that details you shouldn't touch the foiling with oily hands and such. Okay, so it comes in this very nice fabric bound box. I don't know if that's the way you call this thing, but this is fabric here on the outside. It has the Knights Radiant logo, and here you can see the spine of the 2 parts of the book, each of which is individually wrapped. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am very close to tears. Get it together, you idiot. If I cut either of these books, I will set this building on fire. Just kidding, of course. Do you see this? This is the most beautiful book I've ever seen in my life. Here we have a shard blade, and on the back it says, "Speak again the ancient oaths." We have the golden sprayed edges. This leather even smells good. I think it's faux leather though, I'm not entirely sure. So when you first open the book, you see the end page that portrays the original cover of The Way of Kings, which is a beautiful illustration by Michael Whelan. And then on the very next page, you see the German cover of the book, actually. I love this. And then you have the UK cover, and the German cover for the second part of the book, I believe. Oh, and then you have, I think this is the Chinese cover, if I'm not mistaken. At least it's the type of art that is usually used for the Chinese versions of Brandon Sanderson's books. And after that, we have a beautiful map of Roshar. All of these, by the way, are on a very thick, very nice paper, high quality work here. And then after that, we have the Russian cover of the book. God, I love this paper. It's such great quality. Oh, wow, look at this. This is such a beautiful map of Roshar. I've heard Brandon Sanderson talk about the design of these books and how he wanted to have a splash of additional color to the usual black and white, which is why we have the blue here. My God, this is beautiful. Okay, so at first glance, what I can see is a big difference from the original version is first we have the splash of color, obviously at the chapter announcement of every page. You have the blue for all of them, as well as on the additional illustrations that are available in the original version. They're all black and white. Here we have them with, again, splash of color. Now, throughout the book, you will also find these illustrations that are put at random points, depicting different scenes of the book. I would assume. This is just amazing. Well, there you go. You have Dalinar and Navani here. This is just amazing. There was so much work put in the original to begin with, and now this is just a huge step up. I have no words. And at the end, we have another beautiful end page. Just spectacular. This is the first part of the book. Let's open the second one. I don't think I've been this giddy in such a long time. And again, we have the shard blade here, and on the back, Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. So right when we open the book, again, we start with a beautiful depiction of Roshar and the Order of Knights Radiant diagram. And then we have an illustration of Zet, Sonson, Balano. Then another beautiful illustration of the Order of Knights Radiant and of Dalinar. Then we have Syl and Kaladin and Syl. Both phenomenal illustrations. And then we have an illustration of Yasn and Shallan, as well as the Stormfather. And right after that, we have Taravangian. Very well represented. Again, the same beautiful map of Roshar. The same beautiful layout for each chapter. Ooh, and some lovely illustrations still. Look at that. The quality of the paper and the colors, it's just, I have no words. And we end the book with an end page of a stylistic map of Roshar as well as stylistic Order of the Knights Radiant diagram. This made me so happy. I have no words. I think I've said that before and it continues to be a fact. This is the most beautiful book that I own. It is well made and a true piece of art, in my humble opinion. Now, I know that not everybody can afford a book like that. I have been there myself and might be there again one day. I'm not making this video to show off. I just harbor such a tremendous admiration for Brandon Sanderson, and I think that he and his team have done a great job. So I just wanted to show some appreciation and show how much they put into what they do. Now, I know that I don't need this book to be a true fan, and you don't either. You're not missing out on any of the glory of the Stormlight Archive by not having the special edition for yourself. It's a luxury, not a necessity, and after waiting for so long, I'm happy I was able to finally allow it to myself. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I sure enjoyed filming it. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all a very special edition of this day. Once upon a time, there was a person who wasn't subscribed to my channel, and then they did, and they lived happily ever after. This could be you.